Ta-da! How fun was that? Yeah. VR chat, don't worry, I'm not becoming a VTuber. I promise. It's just I talk better when I'm standing up and I'm moving around, so trust me on that. Yeah, I'm not sure if a lot of you were aware, but a couple weeks back was my 2-year anniversary video. Didn't release it because I didn't give a shit. Was under a lot of stress because schoolwork and graduation. Do you realize how much stress I was in? I'm just playing. But yeah, I think now is an appropriate time to talk about. Well, I guess this could be considered my 2-year anniversary video, kinda. I mean, I'm not gonna upload any. I'm not gonna put any old content in here, but I thought maybe a good 2-year anniversary video might be. Let's talk about your channel. You know, that's always important. Let's talk about the history of the usernames. Um, so let's start with square one. All right. Let's go all the way back to the days of Halo 4 and Xbox, and Minecraft just came out, and whoop-de-doo, everyone's just, you know, dancing and all that stuff. And why is my second controller? There we go. Everyone's just dancing about, and things were, you know, grand and all that stuff. My old original username was Cold Pigeon 4471. That was the original username that I had on Xbox. But at the time, what I didn't know about it was I was actually an account that was shared with somebody else who lived like in Arizona or something, I don't know. So we fixed everything, changed out the email, got everything sorted out. And so I decided, well, I've had this name for, God, I had that name for like a year, and I really liked the 4471 thing, so I ditched the cold pigeon part and I put wind in front of it. Because at the time I was super into like air nomadic symbols and all that crap. I was a weird kid, don't question any of that. But um, yeah, so I went by Wind4471. And I started uploading Halo videos and whatnot. I was also around that time I was getting into Stampy Longhead as well. Oh, he was a good YouTuber. I'm glad I grew up with him and not Fortnite YouTubers. I think we can all agree with that. But let's see. I moved over to YouTube. I uploaded a few videos there. Then I changed my name to... Let's see. I changed my name to Moots Dantic, I think like a year later, because Wind4471 was apparently too common, and I wanted to be different and eccentric, you know? No one's ever gonna, you know, see this and whatnot. Like, you could literally look it up right now and it would be the only thing that, well, it used to be the only thing that popped up. Now a shit ton of stuff pops up, but at the time it was super popular. Not really, though. If it was super popular, I wouldn't be making shitty VR chat videos. I'm kidding. That's just a joke. It's a joke, lads. Um, so it was around that time I started playing with other YouTubers, such as Shirty Joker, I think was his name, and Contraption and Kamatola and all those people. You can look all those people up on YouTube. I think all of them are still around. And we played, I think I did one Gmod video with them, and then the entire group just disbanded. The entire group just split. So that was interesting. I found another YouTuber that I used to hang out with, Lopsided Sheep and Brook Chaos. We played Golf It videos together. We did Golf It together, essentially. And what else did we do after that? We also did GTA 5 videos as well. That was fun. Then I moved over. I decided, well, you know, Moots Dantic didn't really mean, it wasn't a name that meant anything to me. It was just kind of a name I popped in a name generator and then it just crapped it out, and I was like, oh, okay, fuck it, whatever. So I picked up the name Corval on some random name. I made the same mistake again. I don't know why the hell I did that. But I really liked it because it was simple, it was snappy, and you know, it was just a simple name, you know. So I picked it up, scooped it up, and sent it off. What else? Then I think like a year later, some Swedish band came out and their name was like Corval Official, so I had to change my name to Corvellator, and then just became too fucking long, and I hated it. I hated the name, and I didn't want anything to do with it after that. And so this was back when I think this was like either it was early last year or the beginning of or the ending of 2019. Ending of 2019 to beginning of 2020 was when I guess second wave feminism was a big thing. And that really messed with me because you would hear about it all in the media how men are bad, white men are racists or oppressors or transphobic or homophobic, and you would hear about all that crap, and I would just be sitting there and I'd be like thinking, damn, they came at us hard, and like I didn't even do anything. They're stereotyping all these people. They're grouping people like me together and calling us all these horrible things, and I didn't even do anything. You know, it was I couldn't. I mean that was tough. That was tough because I was still young at that time. That was when I was like 16, 17, going on to 18. I was still a growing person. And that's when I was also around that time because when you turn 18 and you get out of high school, you struggle with identity for a little bit. You're trying to figure out who you are, what kind of person you're going to be, and you just try to figure out who you are as a person. And so I was sitting there on my bed and I was like, thinking about all this horrible, horrible crap. And I couldn't get it out of my head, these groups of people, they just came after us again and again and again and again and again and again. Men are bad, men are oppressors, men are transphobic, men are racists, men are homophobic, they're gay haters. They don't understand. They shouldn't have a political view on race issues or on self-identification. They're just horrible pieces of crap that should never walk the earth. And I've seen this, like just white male YouTubers that just get loads of shit just for being a white male YouTuber. They didn't even do anything wrong. So, and that really messed with me. Because again, I was a growing lad at that time. I was a growing teenager. It wasn't healthy to see all that stuff on the news, to be portrayed like that as some kind of criminal, even though we didn't even do anything. Like, I was just some kid in a drafting and design class from Pennsylvania, and yet I was being portrayed as a horrible rapist, essentially. I saw this one news report in Australia, and they had these white straight men stand up and apologize for all rapists in the country, even though the men didn't do anything wrong. I'm sitting there like thinking, what the hell? That's stupid. But I was always afraid to voice my opinions on these matters online because you get a lot of shit for it. People would just call you all these horrible, horrible slurs, and you didn't even do anything. You were just voicing your opinion. Same thing that happened with Scott Cawthon and VisiPop. They were just supporting politicians, and they got DDoSed for it. Like, they got death threats for it, all for voicing their opinions. So, and I was just sitting there, and I'm like thinking, well, I looked at my family's heritage, and then I looked at my DNA, and I was like, I can't really change these two. I can't change my heritage, and I can't change how I was born. I was born into a white family, but that doesn't mean that's a bad thing. I was born a male. That's not really a bad thing. Maybe in social construct, maybe being a white male is bad. But for you to think like that and just give into that way of thinking is just not okay. So one night I went over to my parents and I sat down with them and I thanked them for being good parents and not, allowing me to become something that I wasn't. So they kept me on the right path, and because of it I'm going to college now, and my grades spiked up and everything was just good. So I'm glad my parents kept me on the right path. So I was laying there and I was like, okay, I'm okay with the people, but again, this was during second wave feminism. And I was just laying on my bed and I'm like thinking, you know what? I'm okay with how I am. I'm okay with me. Okay with how I was born. I was okay with the family I was born into. And I'm okay with the sex that I was born with. And I don't need to change any of that. And now some people, they don't like that conclusion. They don't think that that conclusion is appropriate. But for me, I'm happy with who I am. So I was sitting at my computer and I was thinking, I gotta come up with a name. And so I always thought it was funny because my parents always said, you know, you isolate yourself in your room for days on end and we don't ever see you. Thinking that's it. An isolated white male. There you go. That's the origins of my I also went by Desolate a couple months back, but it was only for a couple months. That was only for like Fiverr and all that shit, but the name didn't really stick. So that's one of the reasons why this name has stuck around for as long as it has. It's because this name, it means something to me. You know, it's a way for me to identify myself on the internet, but not completely say, white straight male reacts to this, white straight male plays video games. You know, it's a way to show people, hey, this is who I am, and I'm okay with it. I don't have to continuously push it in people's faces and all that garbage. So I'm happy with the content that I'm making. I'm glad I naturally came back to YouTube, pumping out videos that I like. I mean, they're semi okay. I mean, they're not like the high quality shit like that 1-year anniversary video I did for my Hero server that I was a part of. So, but regardless, they're funny. Regardless, and I have a blast making them. So, I think that's what's important. But yeah, that's where the name An Isolated White Male came from. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I apologize for any background audio you may have heard during my little spiel, but yeah, it's neither here nor there. So I'm probably gonna go back and see what I can do with this footage. But yeah, again, I'm not becoming a VTuber. And if you're trans, gay, black, white, orange, brown, purple, I support you. You know, you have my salute. Good for you, good on you. But I'm happy with the person I am and how I identify myself. I'm a white male. I'm an isolated white male. And I'm gonna keep making videos. At least until I go to college. College, I don't know. Maybe I might do vlogs. Who knows? I don't know. Could be fun. So, again, that's the end of this video. I'm going to be uploading a FNAF video next to honor Scott Cawthon and his game since he's retiring. I downloaded the first Five Nights at Freddy's game, and I got all the way up to Night 4, and then Freddy cut my power at 10% and then jump scared me. So, you know, spoiler. But that's the end. But that's the piece. That's the end. Blah, blah, blah. Bye!